Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us for this news conference. With me this morning are Aging Partners Director Randy Jones, Lincoln Police Chief Michonne Morrow, and AARP Nebraska Director Todd Stubendek. We are all proud that Lincoln is one of just 2 cities in the state of Nebraska that has earned AARP's Age-Friendly Community designation. And as an age-friendly community, the City of Lincoln considers how we can best serve older adults in the work that we do each day. Sometimes that means we stand up for seniors when others actively seek to harm them. And that's what we're here to talk about today. Some individuals are using cryptocurrency to attempt to defraud our seniors. And one of the tools these fraudsters are using is crypto ATMs. You may have seen these virtual currency machines or kiosks when you get groceries or fill up your car with gas. Today, there are 45,000 crypto ATMs nationwide, 200 in Nebraska, and about 40 in Lincoln. And as these crypto ATMs multiply, the opportunity for scams also increases. Data shows us how these scams disproportionately target older adults. And as you can see from this chart, adults age 60 and older accounted for 67% of the crypto ATM fraud reported to the FBI in 2024. That age group also reported 86% of the losses last year. So to protect older adults from those who would prey upon their trust, I'm proposing today a new city ordinance that would protect our seniors, and truthfully all residents, from scams that involve cryptocurrency. This new ordinance would require all businesses operating or providing access to a cryptocurrency ATM to post a written notice warning consumers of the potential fraud risks associated with using these machines. Cryptocurrency scams may be prevalent, but falling prey to them is preventable. And this proposed ordinance shows how we can work together locally to safeguard seniors from financial fraud and stop scams before they start. So here to share more about how our proposed policy would support older adults is our Aging Partners Director, Randy Jones. Randy, thank you so much for your leadership and for being here to talk more about this.
Thank you. Today we want to raise awareness about a growing threat that's affecting older adults here in Lincoln and across Nebraska: scams involving cryptocurrency. These scams often appear as investment opportunities, technical support calls, or even romantic connections. But scammers use high-pressure tactics, promising quick returns or pretending to be representatives of the government or a utility company, for example. Once money is transferred into a cryptocurrency, it becomes nearly impossible to recover. We've heard heartbreaking stories of retirees losing their savings or falling victim to what appeared to be a legitimate online offer. What's most concerning is how sophisticated and convincing these scams have become. Aging Partners is urging everyone, especially older adults, families, and caregivers, to pause before you pay and talk to someone if you have questions. Scammers will typically put pressure on the victim to act quickly and threaten them into action. And if that happens, you know it's a scam. If someone asks you to send money through Bitcoin or gift cards, it's a scam. No legitimate agency, business, or government office will ever request payment via these instruments. And we endorse this step to better educate the public so that they can make safe decisions. Together, we can stop scams before they cause harm. And our mission is to help older adults stay informed, independent, and safe. By talking about these issues openly, we can protect our neighbors and preserve the financial security that so many seniors have spent a lifetime to build. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Dr. Jones. Our partners at AARP have been instrumental in advocating for safeguards that protect our seniors and to clamp down on cryptocurrency ATM fraud. So here to share more about their important work and the collaboration we have with this partners, the City of Lincoln and AARP Nebraska, is their director, Todd Stubendek. Thanks so much for coming down today.
Thank you. Today's announcement marks a critical step forward in protecting Lincoln residents from a fast-growing and deeply concerning form of financial fraud. I want to begin by thanking Mayor Gaylord Baird and the Lincoln Police Department for their leadership and their commitment to public safety. Cryptocurrency kiosks are often found in convenience stores and other retail locations. And they may look like an ordinary ATM, but they operate very, very differently. These machines convert cash into cryptocurrency, which then can be sent to a digital wallet. Unfortunately, scammers have learned to exploit this technology, using it to drain victim savings in ways that are often untraceable and irreversible. In 2024 alone, the FBI received nearly 11,000 complaints related to virtual currency kiosks, a staggering 99% increase in complaints from the previous year. The losses from these scams totaled more than $246 million, a 31% increase. Let me say this, these are very sophisticated criminals. They impersonate law enforcement, government officials, and trusted businesses or friends. They use fear, urgency, and even emotional manipulation, like romance scams, to convince victims to withdraw cash and deposit it into these kiosks. Once that money is converted and sent to the scammer's virtual wallet, it's gone. That's why today's announcement is so important. The new ordinance requiring warning signs on cryptocurrency kiosks in the city of Lincoln gives potential victims a moment to pause, to reflect, and to recognize the red flags of a scam before it's too late. It will also encourage those who are targeted by these scams to report it to law enforcement, which is essential to helping fight and prevent these scams. AARP often says, if you can spot a scam, you can stop a scam, and knowledge remains our most powerful tool. Nebraska is proud to stand with the City of Lincoln in this effort, and we look forward to engaging our volunteers and working together to educate retailers and consumers, raise awareness, and help end cryptocurrency kiosk fraud. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Todd. Thank you for all you do for our seniors. We appreciate working with you on age-friendly initiatives like this.
Thank you.
All right, well, our team at the Lincoln Police Department is fully prepared to support the success of this proposed ordinance. And here to share more about that, as well as local data that really underscores the need for this ordinance, is LPD Chief Michon Morrow. Chief, thank you so much for being here, for all you do for our community.
Thank you. Good morning again. Thank you, Mayor. Let's start by looking at our local data. We shared some national statistics, but I think it's important for us to dive down and recognize how it's impacting our local community. And our dedicated team at LPD's Crime Analysis Unit has started tracking cases of fraud involving cryptocurrencies beginning in 2021. And since that time, there have been a total of 426 cases of fraud involving cryptocurrency. And to be clear, this includes all type of cryptocurrency scams, not just those involving the cryptocurrency ATMs. The average age of those victims in our community is 56 years old, and 42% of victims are over 65. Altogether, these scams have resulted in an alarming $11.1 million in losses, again, just in our community. While it's clear that cryptocurrency fraud is on the rise, so is our resolve to stop it. So I'm pleased this morning to share that we've created a new position with LPD's Technical Investigations Unit that will specialize in cryptocurrency fraud investigations, and this position will start in January of 26. That new position will be a valuable addition as we prepare to implement the proposed city ordinance. And our team at LPD is ready to move forward. We will engage directly with local businesses that operate crypto ATMs to provide guidance on the warning signage that needs to be attached to their kiosk. At LPD, we are committed to working with our community to deliver innovative and excellent public safety outcomes. And this proposed ordinance is just the latest example. Together, we will keep vulnerable residents safe by stamping out cryptocurrency ATM scams at the source.
Thank you so much, Chief, and to your entire team for all the work and thought they put into making this successful. All right, well, as we look ahead to next steps, the ordinance will go to the City Council for first reading on October 27th. The following week, a second reading and public hearing will take place on November 3rd. And then a third reading and vote on the ordinance would likely follow on November 17th. Pending approval from our Lincoln City Council, we would intend to make the ordinance effective date 60 days later, which would be January 16th, 2026. That's in order to allow time for us to educate businesses about the new law. We want this to be a successful collaborative endeavor. LPD and AARP would partner on education efforts. LPD would print and provide the required signage to businesses that operate crypto ATMs. So with that, we would be happy to open things up to the media for any questions you may have.
How would this ordinance compare with the Controllable Electronic Record Fraud Prevention Act the legislature had passed earlier this year?
that
I'll
one
take
for you?
Sure. Yeah, so AARP is the people, we were the ones who brought the legislation to Senator Elliott Bostar, and we're very pleased that it passed unanimously. So that operates at the state level. For the first time, these machines in Nebraska will be regulated. It included provisions related to new folks who use these machines. It set daily transaction limits, and it also even provides refunds for folks if they've been a victim of a scam. So the sort of local ordinance, and I'll say Omaha has a local ordinance like this, is really important on the issue of enforcement. This requires those signs to go up, and having local law enforcement involved will make sure that those signs are enforced, and that we will make sure that people have that notification. So I think it works hand in hand with the state legislation and gives local communities sort of a stake in the game.
Chief Morrow, can you talk a little bit about the difficulties of investigating something like a cryptocurrency scam?
Mm-hmm. It is certainly new to me, and our department, again, we just started following these in 2021 and starting to recognize the layers of technology that are involved in investigating these, and the ability to trace money as it moves through different crypto wallets. The end goal for us with this city ordinance is, of course, to eliminate the potential victims and stop the scams from occurring. The addition of our cryptocurrency investigator is somebody that has already started significant training into what this looks like and how to utilize available tools to be able to track the money. It's very hard to recover, but at the end of the day, we're going to do all that we can, investigatively speaking, to recover as much as we can for victims in our community, to do our best to make them whole.
Do you know about how many cryptocurrency ATMs there are in the city and what that growth has looked like recently?
I think it's been a little bit of a slow growth. We're right around 40 within the city of Lincoln. Certainly that number could grow, but that's the number we're looking at now. And that's what we're excited about as part of this and partnering with AARP volunteers and our officers. And we see this really as an opportunity for community engagement to go out together and visit these locations, the business owners, and talk with them about scams and how they can also be a part of the solution along with the signs.
Is there a streamlined way for people who think they have been impacted by these to report these claims to the city?
On the flyer that's being created, we're going to have a lot of information about what to look for if this is a potential scam, again, hopefully to give them that pause. And then we'll have our number that goes to our non-emergency, the 402-441-6000, because we want them to come forward as quickly as possible so we can initiate an investigation. The sooner we start, the possibility of us being able to pull back some of those funds, it gives us a better chance.
I think that's all we've got.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for coming to this news conference to learn more about our efforts to protect our seniors' pocketbooks, their safety, and their quality of life. We're proud to be an age-friendly community here in Lincoln, and we're going to keep doing this work every day to protect quality of life in our city. Thank you for coming.